Are you an active investor looking for your next fix and flip deal or buy and hold opportunity? Well, today we're going to be touring a home in the heart of Ventura Lakes in Kissimmee, Florida, and showing you a scope of work for what would be needed in this opportunity right behind me. We're gonna get started here and take things inside and walk through, combing over everything that would have to get redone for this rehab project. We have a brick paved driveway. Of all the features of the home inside and out, this is probably the best stand-alone feature that you may not have to do anything except for pressure wash. This fence definitely is distressed and is in need of some work. For those of you who don't know about wholesaling and distressed deals, a distressed deal is where a homeowner is in trouble and needs help either financially or the property is under physical distress. This may have been a single car garage at some point when the home was originally rebuilt. However, it was converted into a room and it has a window unit for AC here. So we're gonna show you what that looks like on the inside. And obviously, you know, this home is going to need a facelift. So it's gonna be very essential to repaint the entire exterior of the home. You're gonna see throughout where the gutter system is missing. Here you have the hole where the gutter should come down. Gutter should come down on the end corner over there. Here you have some more physical distress here on this wooden trim. We haven't done an inspection on the home, so I can't tell you anything that's related to WDO, wood destroying organisms, but definitely that would have to be redone. Some woodwork there, perhaps some stucco work done here on the outside, and of course definitely some landscaping needs to be done. As you can see, there are some rose bushes here with pink petals there. There seems to be potential as far as the soil is concerned and bringing in some nice plants for the property to pop. But we're gonna walk through this property inside and out, and I want you guys to watch until the end of the video to know where this property is going to be listed at. We're going to expose the starting asking price at the very tail end of the video, and we're going to be providing you guys with a scope of work similar to the things that I just pointed out here. But we're going to go through room by room. I'm going to talk through what is apparent to me at first glance and give you ideas as to what should be done to enhance the property's aesthetics and to appeal to today's buyer's market in order for you to capture either a fair market value, meaning a quick sale for top dollar, or appeal to a long-term tenant where you can maximize on the rental value of the property. So again, at first glance, you can see here that there's some cracking on the door here. So while red paint for doors does pop, the peephole would have to get replaced, and this would ideally, we would just replace the door. If not, sand it down real good, get rid of these cracks and reface the front door, replace the doorknob. Now, a little bit about Ventura Lakes as a neighborhood. This neighborhood is kind of sorta in the vicinity of where I grew up at. We came down here as a family in 1997 originally. Then in the earlier half of 1998, February of 1998, we had a tornado pass through and knock our house down. So we had to go back up to New York, come back down after it was rebuilt. But essentially, this neighborhood, Ventura Lakes, started in, I want to say, the late 60s into the 1970s, and then popularized around the 1980s, is where it really blew up. And don't quote me on this, but if you were to Wikipedia Ventura Lakes, it essentially mentions that it is referred to as Little Puerto Rico or Little Nuyorican town, right? So that's just a little bit of background as to the demographic in the area. Now here, we are in the living area of the home, the living room area. And here we have our coat closet upon entry. Here they have the security system box. Another secondary feature that I would say could stay in place just for aesthetic is the wooden beams that are here across the top of the ceiling. Popcorn ceilings is definitely a thing of the past. It's no longer a desired feature. Here you see the chair rails all throughout. I would say that would probably have to go. It's a very old school touch. And here it appears they have like somewhat of a catwalk up there. Could put some plants up there, but I would say get rid of it, open up the space. So this is, I wouldn't say a dining room, basically a breakfast nook, and this is a kitchen. Very tight space. In my opinion, what I would do, I would gut out the entire kitchen, remove this box space up here, which would allow for you to have some larger cabinets and or bring the cabinets up just a little higher. And then of course, modernize the space. Bring in stainless steel appliances. I mean, I don't know about you, maybe I can check the manufacturer date on this fridge, but this looks like a 1970s fridge. However, as old as it looks, it does appear to be operating good as new. Oh wow, manufacturer date, July of 1994. So this fridge, 1994, is about 21 years old. Is it? 1994, we're in 2005, 31 years old. Yeah, 31 years old. That's insane. It's got tile backsplash here. It is easier to clean and maintain than the plastic adhesive backsplashes, but still, in my opinion, this whole thing has got to go. Here, we're gonna take you into the laundry room. Fairly basic. You've got your water heater here. Let's see, let's take a look and see what year this is. This is a 2019 unit, meaning it's about a 6-year-old unit. It's probably due up for replacement, but maybe has a couple years, a year or two in life expectancy. Here's where you have your irrigation system. That would probably have to get checked out for sure. And here's where your washer and dryer would go. So here you have the garage. So one thing I do notice is that there is an AC vent coming into here. So it is technically, it would be considered under AC, meaning this square footage here, right? Whatever the square footage is in this room would be counted towards the property, which means it does have a positive impact on the property's value. I don't think it's recorded as a 4th bedroom and 3rd bath, simply because I did not take note of that in what I saw on public record. I would imagine this would be considered like living room space, maybe for a couple love seats or maybe a small couch. Here you have somewhat of a closet with sliding doors. They have like a built-in area. Maybe most likely here you had a small refrigerator. So my guess at what the scenario is, or what the scenario was for this homeowner, is that they had this part of the property rented out as an efficiency. And here you have a private entrance, which if, let's just say, a single family was living here, this would be considered a side rear entry, which this is probably original from when the garage was here, and this was probably just the side rear entry. And then here you have a third bathroom. Here's the upside of this space and how it stands at the current moment. One, you have potential, if this was a buy and hold opportunity, you have potential to revamp the entire home and have multiple tenants in place. For instance, BVL is not an HOA community, so you don't have to worry about any of those regulations, right? You do have to worry about county ordinances, but the benefit is that here you already have plumbing in place, so you don't have to pay for those additional costs. And if you wanted to add significant value to the property, you can go ahead and permit it. I don't know what kind of backlash you might get from the county, being that it was done perhaps without permits, but it is something that you can go ahead and proceed with, and you can see where you can probably get even more income from this property than a traditional long-term tenant, right? There's property finders, there is, what's that other platform? There's another platform that's becoming popular where homeowners are actually, I want to say it's split pad or pad split, where homeowners are taking whole homes and basically listing individual rooms and maximizing on the income. Let's just say a 4-bedroom house, instead of leasing it to a family for $2,500, with those 4 bedrooms, you have them individually listed on pad split for $700, $800 a room. You could be capturing anywhere between $2,800 to $3,200 a month. Whereas if you were to list it for a long-term tenant, giving them the entire space, you may be getting $2,400, $2,500 a month. So that's just an idea. We're gonna keep going out here. We're gonna exit out the side rear entry. Here we have a view of the other side of the fence. See, you got some nice double doors. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with the landscaping in the backyard, but here with the double doors, you have the ability to pull vehicles in if you have a boat. Again, there's no HOA, so there's no limitation as to what you can do with the exterior of your home. You could even utilize the space to park an RV if you wanted, right? So you can offer RV parking for an Airbnb listing, or just have someone who wants to store an RV and collect rent from that. Couple things I noticed here as far as the side goes. Here we have the wood siding on top and the stucco along the bottom half. I see some exposed brick along the bottom. This side rear door really has to go. Not only is the paint cracked and peeling, but it's rusting out, right? You can see that this is kind of like a commercial door. It's rusting out, paint bubbling on the inside. It's got to go. This is the exhaust for the dryer vent here. We would have to look into that and see how much it has to be cleaned. And here we have an addition. So I am familiar with this floor plan. I have listed this floor plan before in another part of BVL. And this particular back porch, you're gonna see what they did with it on the inside. But this is definitely an add-on to this home. And I wanna say that this add-on, if I'm not mistaken, I saw in public records, it was done in 1994. Gutters and the downspouts. This one is the only one I think that's left. The one on the other corner is also missing, but you see a portion of it. And yeah, as far as the backyard is concerned, it is a decent size. We have a couple of outdoor sheds on that side as well. And I'm gonna show you this outdoor shed. In my professional opinion, I would say this would be part of the dumping. I would get rid of these sheds just because of the condition that they're in. But This shed does appear to have electric in it. The floor is very much distressed. However, you can see the potential of having an outdoor workshop, right? Whoever had this set up here, they had electric installed. There was a sufficient amount of lighting. They had shelves. It appears that there's a lot of potential to have an outdoor shed here, or you can get rid of this. You have plenty of space to set up a fire pit or a gazebo. As you can see, this shed was strapped. I wonder if this is hurricane proof, but it must be effective to some extent, right? Here you have another outdoor shed. In these homes, you're always seeing some old school items. Here we appear to have some type of a tube light. I'm not sure what year it is or what era it came from, but that was a pretty neat find. I could only imagine what else was here. So typically for these wholesale deals, wholesalers are marketing to homeowners, capturing deals off of the market, and they're offering to cover sellers' closing costs. They're typically offering to buy the home as is, where the homeowner doesn't have to be burdened by any repairs. They don't have to be burdened by making it pretty or listing it on the market, and they don't have to worry about people coming through, hosting any open houses, any of that. All they have to do is simply come to an agreement with terms and price and say yes, and then the wholesaler would then market the contract and flip that contract to what would be called an end buyer. So if you happen to be an active investor looking for deals similar to this, I want you to leave us a comment in the section below, or send us an email with your information so that we can make sure we add you to our cash buyers list, and you can get easy access to off-market opportunities before they hit the market directly from us. We're gonna get into the back porch now and show you the addition that was made to this home. This is the most unique feature of the home as well. We have a private bar, which has the billiard lights, full setup here. Like literally, you can tell that these homeowners were loungers and they probably hosted a lot of events. Here you have an ice cooler. You have your hot and cold water sink here. Looks like you have your sink to clean dishes out. And you even had the over-the-counter window from the kitchen. So you got your little señorita cooking up some empanadas or whatever you guys are doing to host, right? She's passing whatever she's preparing and cooking through the kitchen window right here, which I thought was pretty cool. Now here, it appears that this is more like a lounge, living room area here. And something that we have here is the skylight. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 openings for skylights. But as you can see, the insulation is exposed. The roof and the AC unit was replaced 5 years ago. And what I think they did is, instead of leaving the skylights in this back porch, they went ahead and just covered it up and shingled the entire roof, possibly to avoid any leaks, if there was any damage to the skylights, if there was any intrusion, any water intrusion, and if it had any significant impact as far as heat was concerned. Although I don't think that should be an issue, we have 6 vents feeding into this back porch. I would imagine this square footage is also included with what's on property record, which if I'm not mistaken, we have about 1,492 square feet included on this home. Here you have your dart section where people could play darts. And here, you know, they say every home tells a story. I would imagine that this was utilized to play poker. This looks like an area where all the drinking and entertainment and the Super Bowl hosting area was on that side, and here is where the big boys would come and play their little poker matches and probably smoke on a cigar or two based on the smell and aura of the environment, right? So here, this takes us into the master bedroom, the primary bedroom. A lot of the features here seem original, seem old school. It doesn't feel like anybody has come in here yet and gutted the inside, which does happen often in the Ventura Lakes neighborhood, right? A lot of these homes are great opportunities for investors and flippers. And I've seen some magnificent projects come out of these homes where it's just a complete turnaround. The home has been owned for anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 years. It may be coming out of probate. It's evident that it needs to be redone, but over the years, the home values in this area have accumulated lots of equity. Carpet in the primary bedroom and closet. Back then, the primary bedrooms didn't have the glorified walk-in closet features. This particular floor plan has a standard closet. This bathroom, this is how you can tell this is retro, extremely retro. You got your small tiles, pink tiles at that, and multiple patterns you see here. So this bathroom has to get entirely redone. We're gonna take it on to the other secondary bedrooms and the second bathroom here. This is a linen closet with some wooden shelves, and even the closet has carpet in there. So they may have done these tiles, or these tiles may be original with the home. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know the full story here, but taking it into the hallway and looking at the secondary bathroom, here we have a combo, shower tub combo. The primary bathroom has a stand-up shower. The vanity has to get replaced. The lighting has to get redone. And this entire bathroom has to be gutted and redone. Because we all know, if you want to sell the home, even if you're doing it as a buy and hold, the most important elements, aside from the primary bedroom, the most important elements of a home is kitchens and bathrooms. So curb appeal gets people interested in wanting to know what's happening on the inside, but kitchens and bathrooms sell homes the most, especially to families where wives are the primary decision makers. Here you have a secondary bedroom. This is bedroom number 2. Custom shelving, custom lighting. It appears to me here there's some water damage happening behind these panels. I feel like this was wet at some point. So this has got to get redone. Closet doors should get replaced. And we're gonna move along here to the third bedroom. It's a larger space, fairly comparable in length to the primary bedroom, but in width comparable to the second bedroom. And you have a view out the front windows. So something to take into consideration as well is that these are definitely the original windows, right? So if you take into consideration your repair costs, these windows, for more appeal and enhanced value, I think this would have a significant impact on your fair market value based on the perspective of the appraiser. And these windows would also have to be replaced. So here you have your single closet there, as well as another closet here, which if I'm not mistaken, this cuts into the closet space in the front entry. So I think the front door opens up to this space right here, if I'm not mistaken. This room also happens to have some lighting here next to the closet, an additional light fixture here, which I'm not sure why or what was the intent behind that, but we're moving right along. So here you have one breaker In the back, I noticed behind the wooden panels, there was a breaker here. Here you have the attic access with a step-up ladder. We're absolutely, you know what? We are gonna go up there. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna turn on the light. I see what looks like a karate belt, but that just piqued my curiosity to see what's actually happening up there. So this step-up ladder has a rating of 250 pounds, and it was installed in November of 2003. So hopefully, I don't think I weigh 250 pounds. I think I'll make it, but I'm just curious to see if this light works, number one. Ah, okay. Not only does this light work, but interesting. Wooden panels have been installed up here, and it looks like it was utilized as a storage attic. Oh man, Jaden, this is heavy. Bro, what do? You work out? Yeah. No wonder your forearms are bulging. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, they have the wood panels there, and there you see a mattress. I see an old TV box, some old boxes. There you get an inside look on, oh, we would have to get lighting, but you can see the AC ducts. Let me pull my phone out.
Does that help?
Yeah, that helps a little bit. All right, so yeah, there you have an inside look of what's happening up here in the attic, the AC ducts. And yeah, pretty much this was unexpected. We weren't planning on coming up here, but my curiosity was piqued. All right, I'm gonna pass this to you. You ready to receive it?
You got it?
Yeah. Okay. And I am coming down. All right. So essentially, there's a lot of work to be done. In my opinion, the whole home has to get gutted. And there's a slight chance that it's gonna take someone with the experience and willingness to gut the entire home. Here in the hallway, so we're back at the front of the house. Here in the hallway, we have the AC closet. Now the AC was replaced 5 years ago. However, where there may be a functioning unit, you can take a look down here. The AC closet is fairly dirty, and this whole thing ought to be replaced. Here you have the filter. It's actually installed in the door. And to change your filter, you would actually access the panel from here. Yeah, absolutely. So it's long overdue. AC, security system here. And yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you're gonna wanna stick around and watch until the very end in order to know what this property was being offered at. If you had to guess, I want you to drop it in the comments below. How much would you say, with your experience, or if you were to take a guesstimate, would have to be invested for this scope of work to be a success, to produce a successful result at the end of the project? And for those of you who did stick around to the end to hear what this property is being offered for, the price is listed in the description below. And if you guys happen to be interested in taking this project on for yourself, feel free to shoot us a message and get in touch with us directly at 407-209-7409. I'm Robert Kenneth Murillo with Aurora Real Estate, and we're helping our people elevate through real estate every day with fun in the sun.